Hey, the Justice Department vowing to appeal a court order which freed a Palestinian Columbia student involved in protests against Israel's war in Gaza. You see him there, Mohsen Mahdawi. He'd been in ICE custody since his arrest in mid-April. CBS immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez watching this case closely, as you do with all cases. Camilo, how will the Department of Justice make their case in this appeal?
Well, Reed, this was a significant legal victory for Mr. Mahdawi and his legal team. He will now be able to face his deportation case outside of an immigration detention center. And importantly, the judge overseeing this federal court case in Vermont issued several key findings in this case. One, he found that Mr. Mahdawi, contrary to what the Trump administration tried to argue in federal court, does not pose a threat or danger to his community. Two, they also found that he does not have a criminal record in the U.S. and that he has not been charged with any criminal offense. And three, the judge also found that federal courts do indeed have jurisdiction, Reed, to consider the arrests that the Trump administration has made on college campuses targeting pro-Palestinian activists and students, using a law that allows the Secretary of State to make a non-citizen deportable based on the argument that they threatened the foreign policy of the U.S. So that is really important to underscore. At the same time, his deportation case will continue, and as you underscored, the Justice Department will indeed file an appeal to try to reverse this order that led to Mahdawi's release. So this will not be the final say in this saga.
We also know that the final say still hasn't happened yet in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He was mistakenly deported to El Salvador. Really don't know where he is today. The judge is refusing to push a deadline for the Trump administration to provide more information. What's going on there?
Well, just to level set, the Biden administration, the Trump administration rather, continues to face, Reed, a binding legal obligation to, quote, facilitate, unquote, the return of this man who officials have admitted in federal court was mistakenly deported to El Salvador despite an order from an immigration judge back in 2019. The Trump administration, as you know, has taken the legal position that it is now powerless in this situation because this man is now in Salvadorian custody, not in American immigration custody, and the Salvadorian government, led by President Bukele, has said that they are not inclined to release this man from their custody. But now a federal judge is again requiring the administration to take several steps to explain what, if any, actions they are taking, Reed, to get this man back to the U.S. So the judge, starting today, will again require daily updates as to the whereabouts of Mr. Abrego Garcia and also as to the efforts that are being made to release him from Salvadoran custody and get him back to the U.S. Importantly, the administration also faces a May 9th deadline, Reed, to make several top officials at the State Department and the Department of Homeland Security available for sworn testimony to, again, attest to what efforts, if any, the administration has taken to secure this man's release.
Right, and it's so easy to get in the weeds on these stories, what the tattoos said and all of that, but really fundamental to this conversation and this and other immigration cases, due process in the United States. Camilo Montoya-Galvez, thank you for watching all of these cases and updating us every day on CBS News 24/7.